This is why you got to be careful about fires, because you need to check them and you need to stir them under. I've gone through and kind of cleaned up all the piles and consolidated everything, but there were still enough pieces and parts that were still hot enough, and I bet like this is still hot too, I'm sure. So a couple of lessons there are, don't just reach down, because there was a fire yesterday, don't just reach down and start grabbing sticks, because if you grab that, you'll be sorry. Certainly wear gloves or use other, non-burnt sticks to kind of poke at something to see if it's hot. And then you either need to come back and make sure the fire's completely out, or you need to come back and do like I've done and kind of consolidate it and make sure that it's still kind of, in a safe location. Like there's a lot of clear area now around this. There's very, very unlikely that this fire is going to get away from us and jump to something else, because there's pretty much nothing, within 75 to 100 feet of this pile that's going to actually catch on fire. So, but since we're here, we may just encourage it a little bit, even though it's pretty windy. Not what I would normally do, but just me driving around moving the stuff caught this on fire. So it is what it is. I moved the pieces and parts from the other burn locations all into this one single spot. So this should be it. I've basically graded over and cleared, like I've done. You can see here, I've stirred the coals. I didn't put water on it, but I've stirred the coals and kind of tilled them under in almost all the locations except this one spot. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of show people that this is a thing, and you gotta be sure you're paying attention to that, and always go back and check your fires, clean them up, stir the coals, and then, like I said, don't just go grabbing hot sticks. Watch your kids. Make sure that I don't have any adult supervision out here today, but make sure the adults supervise the children so that they don't end up grabbing a hot stick with their hands. All right, so I actually did think my tractor was on fire. I turned around and was looking at this, and I was like, oh my God, my tractor's on fire. And I thought that mostly because I had been pushing hot stuff around with it. And then I walked up and I was like, oh, nice. Optical illusion. I just can't get enough of that. Yeah, I can hear the comments now. Peanut gallery people talking about pyromaniac and all, whatever. Just like a good campfire. Especially when you hear it crackle and see the coals. Can you see those coals? See those coals? Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. Those are gorgeous. Look at those. Look at those. Oh, beautiful. All right, Stump, you gotta burn off. Burn yourself out. Whatever. Burn down. I'll come back next time, probably be able to knock some more dirt off of this. I can see a whole bunch of rocks and nonsense in there. And then we got to figure out what we're going to do. There's a couple of stumps in a couple of places that we're going to have to get taken care of. I got this big root over here that is a little easier to take care of than some of the stumps. But nonetheless, we'll get it all sorted out. And then we have our area to burn some test motors, folks. Rocket Geek will be very pleased. Of course, all of that water stuff that we were talking about earlier with digging the trenches and getting the pumps and connections and blah blah, all of that stuff kind of has to be done too. So Anyway, I mean, in order to do it safely, we could do it, but might want to test some sort of our processes and procedures. But anyway, I'm happy with the progress I made today. This weekend. This is good stuff. Now if we can just get some darn rain out here. Jeez Louise. Well, I kept complaining that I wasn't getting enough water out here at the ranch. I think Mother Nature did this to spite me. Here, have 6 inches of cold frozen water that is now an absolute muddy, murky mess everywhere.